Thank God for hockey. Florida Panthers is back. They are back playing again at home against the Nashville Predators, and they did not disappoint. They have completely wiped the floor against the Predators, 6-2 at home, and it did not look like they had any rust. What rust? You know, after a long road trip going through New York, then going to Finland, it's time to come home. And they came back home to get their 6th win in a row. Awesome Florida Panthers hockey, man. It really is. So it's Sergei Bobrovsky starting off, going up against Nashville Predators. Scott Wedgwood, they're claiming he's the Great Wall. Well, who's going to tell him that? Who's going to tell him? Who's going to tell him? Wedgwood could not keep up with the high power Florida Panthers. It's kind of strange. I thought Nashville was going to be a extremely dangerous team, but it doesn't. It kind of doesn't look like they have chemistry yet. So it starts off with the first shot on target is Sam Oskevich with the tip in, but that was saved by Wedgwood. But don't worry though, because exactly a minute later we would get a goal. He is assisted by Mikkola. That's his 7th assist of the season. And of course, you know that dangerous duo in hockey. Barkov's 7th assist of the season. Off a wraparound, it is Reinhart. Reinhart gets his 11th goal of the season off a wraparound. It ricocheted off Wedgwood that goes to the back of the net. It's 1-0 Florida. Good start so far. 2 minutes later, another score happened. He is assisted by Balinskis. That's his 3rd assist of the season. Verhaeghe's primary assist. That's his 7th assist of the season. And then the wrist shot is Matthew Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk gets his 4th goal of the season to make it 2-0 Florida. Incredibly quick start. Quick start to start the game for the Panthers. And they're kind of rolling. They're rolling so far. And they're held Nashville only with no shots on target until finally they have a shot on target. A little bit later on, there'll be a penalty on Evan Galiska with a high stick against Anton Lundell. That looked very dangerous. Florida goes on the power play. In that power play, Matthew Tkachuk would try to get a wrist shot off, but it was saved by Wedgwood. Matthew Tkachuk would miss it wide to the left. That penalty will be killed off. Sereni gets called for a trip against Carrier. Nashville goes on a power play. Ryan O'Reilly would try to get one in by Bobrovsky, and Philip Tomasino with the rebound wrist shot deflection, but Bobrovsky has all of it. And oh man, dare I say his name? Do I have to say his name? Yeah, I have to, because let's give a couple minutes. Steven Stamkos with the slap shot, but Bobrovsky saved it. Yeah, I said it. Steven Stamkos. That name sound familiar? He was from the Tampa Bay Lightning. He was part of the Lightning team for years. He won 3 Stanley Cups with them. 3? No, it's 2. I'm sorry. Oops. Imagine it was 3. Anyway, that power play will be killed off. And right before the first period ends, Luke Schenn with the holding call against Jesper Boqvist. And that power play for Florida goes into the second period. But before that, the first period ends. That'll carry over to the second period. Florida Panthers leading 2-0. We go to the second period. To start off. I just lost it. There we go. There would be a shot blocked by Carrier. Sam Bennett with the wrist shot that was saved by Wedgwood. That penalty would be killed off. However, as soon as the penalty is killed off, we score a goal anyway. Just a second after the power play is over, but we do get a goal in. That insane accuracy. He is assisted by Lundell. That's his 8th assist of the season. And Sam Bennett. 6th assist of the season. And off the snapshot, that crazy accuracy. Evan Rodriguez stays on fire. He is on fire. That's his 4th goal of the season. And he's just on fire. I think he's on a game goal streak right now. It's unbelievable. Man, Evan Rodriguez is so good. We always talk about Barkov, Kachuk, Verhaeghe, Sam Bennett, and Reinhardt, but we don't talk about Evan Rodriguez that much. Let's talk about him for real. So at that point, it's 3-0 Florida, and then there was shots back and forth between Barkov, Marshall, a former Knight and one-time Panther. We know a thing or two about freaking Jonathan Marshall. There'll be another penalty on Steven There'll be another penalty. This one's Steven Stamkos for a hook against Rodriguez, and that's warranted. I thought the referees did pretty good in this game. Florida goes on the power play. That penalty was killed off. That was a wasted power play. And actually, before the power play was about to end, there will be a penalty on Roman Josi with the tripping call against Rodriguez. It will become a 5-on-3 for 5 seconds, and then Florida gets a new start of the power play, and this time they would score on this power play. He is assisted by Barkov. That's his 8th assist of the season, and Belinskis 4th assist of the season, 2nd of the game, I think. But that beautiful backhand. Wedgwood, there was nothing Wedgwood can do about this one. Off the backhands, the filthy backhands, is Carter Verhaeghe. Swaggy gets his 3rd goal of the season to make it 4-0 Florida. And it's a power play goal. Soon after, Forsling gets called for a trip against Mark Delgado. If I butchered, I apologize. There would be a power play goal, unfortunately, for Nashville. Before that, Stamkos with the wrist shot that was saved by Bobrovsky. Not for long, though, because now this is where we talk about him for about a minute. He is assisted by Philip Forsberg. That's his 5th assist of the season. And Roman Josi with his 7th assist of the season. And off the slap shot, of course, it's Stamkos. Stamkos just absolutely torches the Florida Panthers. I think that's, if I remember what the stats said, 83 goals against the Florida Panthers in his career. That's nuts. And a lot of times he was with this really good Tampa team that would go on deep playoff runs, occasional Stanley Cup. I think there was one where they went in 15, but Stamkos always torches the Florida Panthers, and even as a Nashville Predator, it's no different. So, Nashville would get one, as it is now 4-1 Florida at this point. After the power play, though, there would be a penalty on Nashville. This is first of many. This is a lot of penalties already, and it's only going to be more, folks. Michael McCarron with the tripping call against Samsonkiewicz. Florida goes on the power play, and that penalty would be killed off. There was one shot on target the entire time, which is towards the end with Lundell's snapshot, but that was saved by Wedgwood. That penalty is killed off, needless to say. But when Florida trying to get one back, and they eventually would, this is before the second period ends, and we would get a goal to make it 5-1 Florida. He is assisted by Kachuk. That's his 6th assist of the season. And Barkov, he gets his 9th assist of the season. Off the wrist shot, his 2nd goal of the game. And 4th goal of the season is Swaggy. Verhaeghe's 2nd goal of the game to make it 5-1 in response to the Stamkos goal. And remember this, Verhaeghe was also, as far as I remember, a former Lightning too. So that's nuts. And then right before the second period ends, Tomas Nosek with the snapshot that was saved by Wedgwood. And the second period ends leading 5-1 over the Nashville Predators. But wait, wait a minute. Before we could talk about the third period, there was a brawl. Oh man, there was a brawl before they go to locker rooms. Everyone was beating the crap at each other. It looked like there was going on a war. It looked like a standard Tennessee and Miami or Nashville, Miami type of rivalry. I remember, oh man, it's so interesting that we talk about the Tennessee teams and the Nashville teams, maybe occasional Memphis teams. I remember the time where we talked about Nashville SC, so that's nuts. But man, in this one, there was an all-out brawl. And Tomas Nosek, I think he did a Chadishu slam on somebody on the ice. That was nuts, dude. There'll be penalties. There would be penalties to start the second or third period. It would still be a 5-on-5. There would be 4 penalties, 2 from both sides. Zachary Harooks, if I butchered it, I apologize. Michael McCarron, Tomas Nosek, and AJ Greer, all of them get called for a roughing to start the third period. This is a first of many in the third period. There was a lot of penalties in the third period. So it's still a 5-on-5. 1 minute into that, after the Barkov first shot, but that was saved by Wedgwood. Both players, Bennett and Shen, get called for a hold. Penalties would offset, which will be a 4-on-4. Both of them get called for a hold. Or actually, Sam Bennett gets called for a hold. Shen gets called for a rough. It will be a 4-on-4 for the game. And then there'll be another penalty, a minute and a half into the 4-on-4, which would be a delayed penalty, which would be a delayed call, which would be a 5-on-4 for Nashville. But eventually, Mikula gets called for a slash against Gustav Nyquist. It looked like a normal power play, but anyway, Mikula slashed the guy. Nashville goes on a power play. Hosey with the slap. Actually, it became a 4-on-3 for a little bit, and then the penalties of Bennett and Shen would be killed off. They would come back on the ice, and then Nashville would be on regular power play, much like the delayed penalty. But Yossi with the slap shot, but that was saved by Bobrovsky. And the penalty kill, they did their part. They did the part in a big way, man. It was awesome. Forsling would try to get one in, but that was saved by Wedgwood. Luke Shen gets called for an interference against Lundell. Florida goes on a power play for 17 seconds. Before that, another penalty happened. Balinskis would try to get a wrist shot off, but that puck went up to the netting by the save of Wedgwood. Balinskis gets called for a hold against Mark Jankowski. So it'll be a 4-on-4. It'll be a 4-on-4. During that 4-on-4, Bennett with that wrist shot tried to get one in, but that was saved by Wedgwood. Dmitry Kulikov actually tried to get one by, but that hit the crossbar. That was just unlucky. 4-on-4 would end. Nashville will be on that power play, and that penalty would be killed off too. Stamkos would try to get one through, but Bobrovsky saw it. And guess what? Another penalty. Galzo with the holding the stick on Barkov. Florida goes right back on a power play, and let's just say there would be a special teams goal. Samoskevich with the poke, but Wedgwood somehow got it. And finally, we have another power play goal. This will make it 6-1 Florida. He is assisted by Samoskevich. That's his second assist of the season. And Nate Schmidt's third assist of the season. And let me just show you. Here's what happened. Pretend this is the ice blades. The puck is heading towards there. What happened is the puck ends up hitting the right, and then that puck would come over here, as when the left skate would ricochet forward, so does the puck. That deflects right back here, I believe, as far as I remember, and it goes a little bit past Wedgwood, and that is, I've never seen that in my life. When the puck deflects off two shoe skates from the right to the left foot, and then it ricochets past Wedgwood. Actually, it might have been a right heel and then the left toe, or I might have demonstrated a little bit wrong. But you get what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm trying to say, right? But nonetheless, it's a goal. His first goal as a Panther is Tomas Nosek. Congratulations on having your first goal as a Panther. And hey, he'll take it. He'll definitely take it. It's a bizarre goal, but a pretty good goal. I don't think he ever done that with the New Jersey Devils, but nonetheless, he'll take it. It'll make it 6-1 Florida. Actually, about 28 seconds after that, it'll make it 6-2 Florida, because there'll be another goal by Nashville in response to that power play goal. It is a power play goal, just so everyone knows. He is assisted by Evangelista. If I approach it, I apologize. That's his 6th assist of the season, and Galzo's 2nd assist of the season. And that tip in by Parsinen. If I butcher it, I do apologize. I'm bad with names. But he gets a tip in. That's his 2nd goal of the season. Parsinen. There we go. Parsinen with his 2nd goal of the season to make it 6-2 Florida. And believe it or not, more penalties coming up. About 50 seconds after that goal happened, there'll be a double penalty, which will be a 4-on-4. Mikkola gets called for a cross check, and Marchessault with the retaliation slash against Mikkola. Both players go to the penalty box. So 4-on-4, which shots were blocked. Nothing. Actually, Verhaeghe with the wrist shot, but Wedgwood saw it. And those penalties would be killed off after the Lucien slap shot to Bobrovsky. That was saved. Marchessault at the backhand. He misses to the right. Penalty on Lo Serena for a cross check against Carrier. Nashville goes on the power play. They do nothing with it because Florida's penalty kill was so good. They were not able to get a shot off. And then as the game winds down, we talk about a victory. Balinskis with the wrist shot, but that was saved by Wedgwood. A couple of pushing and shovings from here and there. Yeah, it gets pretty. It's a pretty penalized third period when there's fights happen in the second period and the fights happen in the third. This is a result of the Nashville Predators' lack of trying to get the shot off. I think they're frustrated, and that's what the Florida Panthers want. They thrive from the opposition's anger, and it worked out pretty well. They had no sign of rust as they win this game 6-2 over the Nashville Predators. Welcome home. And they get their 6th win of the season, and it's 10, and they have a record of 10-3-1 after 14 games. When we look at the stats, yeah, Florida dominates with shots on goal with 34 of 18. Nashville has more hits, and Nashville with a lot more face-off wins. Despite that, Florida was better. They had 38, we had 26. Florida with 7 power plays. They got 2 power play goals. One was Verhaeghe and Nosek. And Nashville has 5 power plays. They got 1 with Stamkos. Total penalties, 9 penalties for, or actually, let me just reverse it. Let me reverse it before I get the wrong idea. Total penalties starts off Nashville 11, Florida 9 penalties. See why I reversed it? I don't want to, Penalty minutes, 22 penalty minutes for Nashville, 18 penalty minutes for Florida, 13 block shots for Nashville, 10 block shots for Florida, 2 takeaway. This is strange. Only 2 takeaways for Nashville, only 1 in the entire game for Florida. I thought there'd be a whole lot more. However, there is 12 giveaways for Nashville and 17 giveaways for Florida. Let me do a little quick refresh to see if they pull up the stars of the game. No. Let me see if I can find in their social media. Apparently ESPN does not have it by now. So let me double check. Let me check real quickly before I stop the video. There we go. stars of the game. 1 star goes to Carter Verhaeghe, 2 stars goes to Barkov, and 3 stars goes to Uvis Bolinskis. All well deserved, I feel like. And at least we got the Florida Panthers, man. At least we got the Florida Panthers. Because everything else, exception of the Hurricanes and maybe Inter Miami, depending what they do on Saturday, it's been a pretty depressing, pretty depressing. I wish the Heat would finish off games, and I really wish the Dolphins would win the game, bro, really. Anyway, that's it for this one. I enjoyed talking about the Panthers, like always. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, because Miami 2G has it back. And when he does, hit it right there with the entertainment you deserve. At this time of recording, this channel has 992 subscribers. We are 8 away of 1,000. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already. The support would be greatly appreciated, and we can do a lot more things in the long run once this channel has reached 1K. Okay? Please share the message, share the word, and yeah, folks, that's gonna do it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Good night, everybody.